mission, solving mysteries in the night. Chasing shadows, finding answers, shining bright light. No one's left behind, in the darkness all alone. With a heart like a siren, she brings the lost ones home. Silent cries in the dark no longer have to be, for justice wheels keep turning, granny on the beat. Broken voices find their power, call out hope again. When these crime busters run, no victims left in pain. Bravery in her veins, truth she won't disguise. With a fire in her eyes, she's got nothing to deny. Granny fights for justice, never backs down from the call. For the voiceless and the missing, she'll stand tall.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hello, Lori, Walla, Ginger. Good to see you guys. It's a nice day here, except that those Canadian wildfires are making our air quality really bad here. I don't know about those of you who are in Canada, but wow. Definitely smell the burning wood and the haze out there. It's weird. So, how's everybody doing? It's wonderful Saturday. I've got a couple of spotlights that I want to do today because they seem urgent. I'm seeing them everywhere. So, missing vulnerable child Eva Steiner, 15 years old, seen July 29th in Brainerd, Minnesota. She's 4'11", 105 pounds, black, red hair, hazel eyes. She wears glasses, last seen wearing a white t-shirt with a skull and red baggy pants. She left a mental health facility near Paul Parkway in Blaine, Minnesota. She left alone with no phone and without medication. She could be in the Blaine, Little Falls, Brainerd, or Duluth area. If you see her, do not approach, just call 911. Sounds pretty serious, guys, so she needs to be back. Something's going on with that young lady. And then we have Amber Haley Miller and Taylor Miller. Amber's 14, Taylor's 12. Last seen July 13th in Phoenix, Arizona. If anyone knows anything or sees anything, call the Phoenix Police Department or 911 for these missing children. Allergies are going to kick in right about the time that I start to talk, right? Good. I'm glad you're doing well, Lori. That's awesome. All right. So, I also want to, let's not forget, no new news for Jonathan Wang, still missing. Last possible sighting was in Kirkland, Washington. Parents are almost positive that it's him, but they haven't seen him. They haven't been able to find him. He's been missing since March 30th, guys. He is high-functioning autistic, but he does only present himself as 8 or 9 years old, even though he's 21 years of age. So he needs to be home with his family. Let's not forget about our little buddy, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Missing since February 26th, last seen on February 25th, 2024. And Jack and Lily Sullivan, missing since May 2nd. Can't forget about them because tonight we are talking about Tennessee, guys. Oh my gosh. So I do want to talk about this man. Possible sighting of Travis Decker. So they have really increased the search and in the area that he's possibly been seen, and we're going to watch a thing about it, guys. He's wanted for taking the lives of his 3 little babies, seen right here with their mother, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker, um, taking their lives. So the person that potentially saw him did the right thing. They didn't approach him. They stopped and immediately called 911 and gave him their, where they were, where they saw him. So let's watch a video on that. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Oh, I hope they catch this guy. All right.
Good evening. Thanks for being with us for ARC Seattle at 10. I'm Steve Solis. We start with breaking news as we come on the air tonight. There's been a possible sighting of wanted murder suspect Travis Decker, the man accused of killing his 3 daughters. King County authorities say he might have been seen on the Pacific Crest Trail near Snoqualmie Pass. Now, the scene has just wrapped up for the night, but our crews were the only ones there. That's where we find our Ryan Sims tonight. And Ryan, Decker's been missing for months. This is really the first time in a while the law enforcement has gotten that false sighting of him since, I guess, Idaho.
That's right. It's been about a month and a half, 2 months now. And so given that they say that they had no choice but to go full steam ahead with launching a lot of resources here in the Snoqualmie Pass area. Again, the magnitude of this case still weighs on just so many people, including authorities. So again, they say that when they get a tip like this, they have a duty, really, and a responsibility to look into it and go full steam ahead. That's what we saw here tonight, Steve, at Snoqualmie Pass. It was considerable. We saw about 30 personnel from various law enforcement agencies really fanning out across Snoqualmie Pass. They used drones. We saw canine teams. We saw the Guardian 1 helicopter above, really just scouring the mountains near the pass looking for Decker. You mentioned it, really kind of what really started this whole thing was that there was a hiker on the Pacific Crest Trail late this afternoon. They had come from an area, actually, according to authorities, where there were wanted posters of Travis Decker. So according to authorities, this hiker had just this afternoon seen one of those wanted posters with Decker's picture. Will flash forward. They are on the Pacific Crest Trail a few hours later, and they see someone that resembles Decker, and they did what authorities say was the right thing to do. They immediately phoned it in, and authorities again say that they have a responsibility to look into every tip, treat every tip with the utmost of seriousness. So authorities came here immediately, looked for Decker. While Decker wasn't found, kind of really the takeaway of what we saw here tonight was that going on more than 2 months since Decker was last seen and since this just incredible tragedy in Wenatchee, authorities are still treating this and every tip very, very with a lot of responsibility, because again, this is a story that captivated the nation. And so you better believe that the small number of people who live here full time in Snoqualmie Pass, they were very, very surprised to see this level of police activity here. Normally, obviously, this is a very kind of quiet time in the pass because there's no snow, obviously. So we got reaction from a few people here at the pass who say that they were just astonished suddenly see so many authorities fanning out here randomly in the middle of the day. Again, Decker not found, but the search for him continues, obviously, across the country. And this, again, just shows that authorities are still treating this with the utmost of seriousness. Steve, we'll send it back to you.
Ryan Sims live at Snoqualmie Pass. Ryan, thank you.
All right. So then I wanted to show you where he was found. Or, yeah, not where he was found, but where the tip came in. Now, right here, Rock Island Campground was right near here that his 3 daughters were found. So this is where the red thing is where the tip came in. So not unheard of. He's been gone for several months now, guys. So, he could have, I doubt he went along the highway, right? I mean, he wouldn't want to be seen. So he could have just trucked right across here, There's a lot of streams in there. I looked it up closer, if you kind of zoom in a little bit. there are a lot of streams and lakes, and it's a mountain area, right? So he could have, that made a whole lot more sense to me than the Idaho sighting, although it's been a while. So, Idaho wasn't out of the realm of possibility, but this is still in Washington. It's like 2 hours away from where the children were found. So I am really hoping and praying that this guy is found. So, all right. Let's see. Yeah, that air quality. I have my windows open and I can kind of smell a little bit, probably not a good thing, but hi Brian, good to see you. Hello, chemistry queen. Oh, thank you so much. Been out. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope she's doing all right. That's hard. That's really difficult. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you, chemistry, for sure. I want to say thank you.
Granny wants to thank you all for kindness in the chat. Super stickers, bright and grand, gifts of love we understand.
Memberships you gifted here spread the joy and banish fear. Every super thanks you send warms her heart and ends the end.
Granny cheers with love so true for each special thing you do. Thank you from her heart. You all play a major part.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Bonnie. Good to see you. I told the kid. I probably should be. I don't like living in my bedroom, no, with the air. Oh, gosh. Yeah, they said it's even as far as Chicago. So, yeah, I can definitely. It smells like a big bonfire. That's what it smells like. But so yes, hoping and praying that Travis Decker will be found, guys. It's very possible he is in that area. And like I said, that's 2 hours away, guys, from where his children were to where he was sighted now. That's not out of the realm of possibility, but we're really, really hoping that he is found. So, but yeah, I just got to thinking, and take a little break from Jack and Lily, and the drama that's unfolding in that case, and just talk about it. It is blowing my mind. We said this when we were following the Sebastian Rogers case. What's wrong with Tennessee? But guys, here's another one. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with
Authorities are
Tennessee.
investigating a body found in a burning refrigerator on the side of a Tennessee road. Deputies were called to Sunk Cane Road early yesterday morning in Overton County. They found a refrigerator on fire and a body inside of it. That body was sent to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy. So far, police haven't identified the person. The TBI has taken the refrigerator to a Nashville lab.
What the heck? Did you catch that? They found a body burning. They saw a refrigerator burning on the side of the road. Body was inside of it and was burning as well. In where, of all places? Tennessee. I am so glad I moved from Tennessee. I do not understand what's going on, right? We have, Summer Wells and Sebastian, Layla Santinello, Holly Knapp, Holland, I think her name is Knapp, and so many others, guys. Hello, Osprey. Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, who puts a body in a refrigerator, lights it and the refrigerator on fire, and throws it on the side of a road? Seriously. In Tennessee. It blows my mind. It really does. I can't even. I don't know. It just makes me speechless. Speechless. And then the big one is the baby that was found, and the guy is still out there. Mr. Drummond is still out there. They're trying to find him. They have found his car. We're gonna go into that a little bit here. But yeah, you've got Summer who vanished, right? Entirely vanished. You've got Sebastian Rogers, right? And many, many more. I did Google to find out how many missing children are in Tennessee right now, and it said only 38, and I just don't believe that number. I'd have to do more investigation into that because I know that's not true. Can't be true. And I was told by the Nova Scotia realtor, Pictou County is like Tennessee. Oh no. That tells you something. That Tennessee is known, right? For being, I don't even know what the word for it is. A murderous state. Corrupt. I mean, I don't know. We know that it's all of the above, right? Yeah. But so let's take a look. Let's see which one happened first. Okay.
If you're a YouTuber and you want to save hours managing your library,
come
check out how you can edit your end screens, cards, and
Now to a story in Tennessee that started with an abandoned baby being found in a front yard. It has unraveled into a quadruple homicide investigation, leaving communities with more questions than answers. Now, thankfully, that baby is safe tonight. She was dropped off at the end of a driveway off a home that sits on the side of a highway. Some of the child's closest relatives were found dead hours later. Action News 5 was able to get drone footage behind me here of the area where the bodies were discovered. This is a heartbreaking story we have been following from the beginning. Action News 5's Amadi Williams went back to Dyer County today. She has the latest.
This investigation is still ongoing, led by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, but the FBI and other local law enforcement agencies are helping in getting answers for the family.
No, not here. No.
Yeah.
Two small Northwest Tennessee communities, usually quiet, where everybody knows each other, shaken after a baby was abandoned in rural Northwest Tennessee and rescued.
Just dumped, that's why dumped.
4 people related to the baby were found dead hours later in Tiptonville.
I didn't know what to think. I mean, honestly, I had heard that they found the vehicle.
oh,
I did not hear that there were bodies in there until today on the news.
According to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the 4 victims are James Wilson, the child's father, Adriana Williams, the baby's mother, Courtney Rose, the child's grandmother, and the baby's 15-year-old uncle, Braden Williams. As for who is responsible, the TBI is still searching for the suspects in this homicide investigation.
There's always concern when there is a suspect or suspects out on that we have not caught yet. So anyone who knows of anything, please report it.
The Attorney General for Dyer and Lake counties says the community should know this was an isolated incident.
It's not that it was these people were randomly chosen. So I don't think that there needs to be any kind of concern or fear in the community.
Although the community is shaken, they are looking to law enforcement to keep them safe.
We had talked to the police last night and they said, don't worry about anything because everybody's got it covered.
Tuesday night, family members of the people who were found were pleading on social media, asking for the public's help to find their missing loved ones. Now they're asking for the public's help in getting answers to their death. Reporting in Dyer County, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
So we want to give you a timeline of the beginning of this case. At 3:11 in the afternoon on Tuesday, Dyer County says it got the call about an abandoned baby found. Nearly 2 hours later, deputies identified that child and named 3 people of interest. That night, just before 11 o'clock, Dyer County announced 4 bodies had been found in Lake County and were connected to the case. This afternoon, the district attorney confirmed the identities of the 4 victims as members of the baby's family. Then live right here on Action News 5 in our earlier newscast today, you heard TBI refer to a suspect or suspects for the first time. Action News 5 has been following this case since deputies first announced they found that baby on Tuesday. We were the first to tell you the Lake County scene was connected minutes after we learned that news. We'll continue to push for answers in this tragic case. In the meantime, you can follow all of our coverage on actionnews5.com and on the Action News 5 app.
Okay. So I did want to let you guys know that that was not random like that district attorney said. Let me show you another picture here. Got to pull up today. Okay, so these are the 4 that were red rummed. Okay, Adriana and Matthew are the baby's parents. Courtney is the grandmother. And this is the uncle, Braden. He was 15 years old. This is a suspect, Drummond, and his girlfriend, or wife, I think. He's listed in an obituary. She's listed in a family obituary. She listed him as her husband. And she is Courtney's sister, the grandma. So I don't know where she is. I don't know if she's considered a suspect too. I'm not sure. She has removed her Facebook. You can find their Facebooks. They're all on there. Looked like that baby was being well taken care of. We're going to learn a little bit more about this guy in our next video here. He was out on parole from prison. So just let you know. See the comments in here. Yeah, there are a lot of crazy stories about this case for sure. No, not the mother. Okay. Not the mother. Let me get that picture up again. This, take your comment off of there so I can see it. So, Adriana is Courtney's daughter. Okay, she is the mother of the baby. Matthew is the father of the baby. And Braden is Courtney's son, Adriana's brother. Okay. So, but Caitlin was a guard in the prison. Evidently she was having fun with Mr. Drummond in prison. Allegedly married him. That's what they're calling him, her husband. And Caitlin is Courtney's sister. So she's Adriana's aunt, would be the baby's great aunt, right? So that's a relationship, guys. That's how it all works out. So Caitlin is Courtney's sister. Yeah, no problem. It was kind of confusing. I had to really pay attention. But let's hear about Mr. Austin Drummond.
For joining Action News 5 to 10, I'm Joy Redmond. The manhunt for the suspect in a Lake County quadruple homicide is underway. Investigators and police are combing through Jackson and Madison County to find Austin Drummond. He is the man police say is responsible for allegedly killing a family of 4. Action News 5's Amani Williams following this story for us. She was there when a key piece of evidence was found.
The car was found, but Austin Drummond was not. The white Audi that Drummond was believed to be inside was found at the end of a dead-end road, empty. The police searched in and out of that area after noticing that it looked like Drummond was living inside the car.
I'm going to be honest. It hit me like a brick wall today.
Residents in Jackson now on edge as police swarm the area searching for Austin Drummond. The man police say is responsible for the quadruple homicide in Lake County. The Jackson Police Department ramping up its efforts as they say Drummond has strong connections to the area. The TBI confirming Drummond's car was found empty in North Jackson and he was spotted at a convenience store in the same area.
We have officers that are dedicated as task force officers.
The last confirmed sighting of the individual who is the suspect in this case at this time and is now wanted was on Wednesday in Jackson.
The tone of law enforcement is calm but direct. They're asking Drummond to turn himself in, but if he doesn't, they say they will find him. TBI even noting a small glimmer of compassion in this tragedy, saying Drummond made sure someone was aware the baby was being dropped off in Dyer County.
Yes, they brought attention when they dropped the child off, brought attention. There were people nearby. And so brought attention to those people to come and get the child.
Investigators stressed although the quadruple homicide was an isolated incident, Drummond is considered armed and dangerous because authorities say he has a criminal history. According to the district attorney for Dyer and Lake counties, Drummond served his full sentence for aggravated robbery, but racked up other charges while in prison.
Since it occurred at the prison, then it was in our jurisdiction. He had some drug charges that we indicted him for. And then shortly after that, he actually was charged and indicted in Lake County for attempted first degree murder, which took place inside the prison.
He was out on bond at the time of the murders. As the search for Drummond continues, residents say they will keep their eyes and ears open, but their doors shut.
Always be vigilant, always be on the lookout. Never thought it would be here, but here we are.
There is a $15,000 reward for any information leading to the arrest of Drummond, and he is on TBI's most wanted list. Reporting in Jackson, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
Okay, cute little cat. So there you go. The guy is wanted for possible red rum in jail. So would I say large forehead? Possibly. What's FASG? Hey, Drippy. No, yesterday in our live, we all noticed a trend that many of the serial red rummers have large foreheads. We wondered if that had something to do with their brain or something. And we looked at a few of them. We looked at, talked about Brian Laundrie and Chris Watts and Brian Koberger and who else, guys? Help me. We looked at a bunch of them yesterday. So, yeah. Fetal alcohol syndrome disorder. Gotcha. So yeah, this guy, and I did notice that the DA, when he was talking in the second video, said that when he was talking about bringing attention to the baby so that people would be aware, they saw that people were around there and they wanted people to be aware that the baby was being left there. He said they. He didn't say him. So I'm wondering if Caitlin is with him. I don't know. That's kind of a scary thought if you think about it. And for her sake, I sincerely hope not. I don't know. Just a sad case, all these things going on in Tennessee. How do you red rum 4 people, put them in a car, or did you red rum them there? I mean, there's a lot that we don't know about this case, right? Why did he do it? And those neighbors, can you imagine? Well, it does seem to be we're not suspecting you at all, Drippy, at all. Yeah, they wouldn't it does make sense that it couldn't be on the run with a baby. I'm glad they didn't red rum the baby. Precious, beautiful little thing. I mean, those eyes, right? Beautiful little baby. Hello, Kimmer. Turkey dinner in August is fine with me. I could go for it. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, this was Caitlin's family that he red rummed. Okay, 4, not just 1, but 4 of them. You gotta wonder what the reasoning was, but he left the baby alive. I don't know, I don't know why. I'm glad that he did. But wow, right? But he's got to be dangerous. If he can, and he also tried to red rum someone in jail. So he's got to be dangerous. I mean, I don't know. We don't know, right? We don't know if she had an issue with the family. There's a lot that we don't know here. But yeah, my daughter, that's all they eat. They don't eat very much beef at all. Like, she will not use ground beef. She uses ground turkey and her spaghetti and everything else. So healthier for you. But I'm old school. Yeah, let out on parole, right? You- that sounds good. Yeah, cute little thing, isn't she? Her mama and daddy were taken. That's so sad. That they say the baby is with family, so but how sad is that? I don't know. The only thing that I did see was that Caitlin was married before and had a son, and the father of the son said something derogatory about her. So, I mean, I don't know what that was all about. It didn't quite make sense, but could tell he's pretty ticked. So I don't know. Yeah, and not only is the baby okay, but they made sure that the people that were around where they were going to drop the baby in the yard knew that that's what they were doing. They like got their attention, and the DA said they, which makes me wonder if Caitlin isn't with Austin Drummond. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I can't. I like my ground beef. I'm sorry. But yeah. So poor little thing. I mean, you know, thankfully, I think she's too little. She's only 7 months old. So she's not going to remember this, right? The thing is that she was with them when they died, near as police can figure. Where I am, there's a sex offender out again. He was on trial last week here. He broke his probation, did a couple of B&Es. Wow. Oh. You know, this world is just, you know what? If no, probably not a good idea, but I was just going to say, why don't all the criminals move to Tennessee? You know, they're corrupt there. Let them deal with them. Keep them in one area. Then we all know. Don't go to Tennessee. Move sex offenders, Tennessee, you know. Oh, gosh. Canada's judicial system is a downright joke. Yeah, I don't know. I know Tennessee is corrupt for sure. Sumner County, a big one. A big one. And I don't know if you guys heard, but evidently the The first anti-slap lawsuit was not won by At Night and Seth and all those guys. So catch and release here. Yeah. You know, there's so many criminals already in Tennessee. Why not just put them all there? Especially now that I'm not living there. Veggie crackers with brie cheese, salami, and red pepper jelly was the winner of your experiment. Interesting. Yeah, Lori, that's true. It is true, right? Hello, Margaret. So much crime lately where I live. Someone on a bike lit our radio station on fire. Then a house with 3 women in it. Still haven't caught him. And you're in Canada. Oh my gosh. What the heck? You know, and here's the thing, like I saw the body found in the refrigerator yesterday. I put it on a post on my thing. But I was like, what the heck? You know, and I don't know why I'm surprised. When it comes to Tennessee, I don't know why I'm surprised. Because nothing should surprise me at this point. Their only good thing that's happening is Ray Whitley is retiring, the DA in Sumner County. That's a good thing. That's a wonderful thing. It's about doggone time. Been in that position for 40 years. We need to pool our money and make a Granny's Crime Busters Island. Wouldn't that be nice? Live on the island, no way to get to it. Well, we'd need food brought in. But boy, would we have fun, huh? We could make up our AI songs and sit around the campfire singing. The crime is really going up in Nova Scotia. It used to be mostly druggy on druggy crime. I guess it is inevitable with population growth. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and you know, here's something I have noticed is small towns. You know, somebody said it in chat a couple of days ago, you know, small towns are notorious for, you know, rug influence big time. The town I live in is only 8,000 people. Somebody said 10,000 they live in, right? And it's overtaken, right? And this town is too. This, at one point when I first moved back here from Tennessee, would have been in almost 20 years ago now. My small town was considered the capital of bath salts in the USA. That's how bad it was here. So, yes, Drippy, making cheese s'mores as well, right? Around the campfire. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing like it. You guys want s'mores? Who else is always on an island eating Drippy's new concoctions, s'mores? Cheesy s'mores sounds delicious. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. This little town that I live in, we used to never have to worry about locking our doors, our car doors, our doors to our homes, you know, nothing. Never had to worry about it. Not anymore, right? Not anymore. Those days are long gone, right? Long gone. I would love to visit Scotland. Be awesome. Hello, Brian. Yeah, it would be awesome. Visit Scotland. But yeah, I cannot believe, it seems like almost every day I'm seeing something about Tennessee going on, but this one right here is a big one. I hope they find the guy, the fact that he's out there. I just hope they find him. All I used to do for security was have a sign that said, "Dear thieves, my neighbor has nicer stuff." I don't think that would work anymore. I worry about it a little more here because my hearing's so bad. And so when I'm not on my live, I don't have my hearing aid in. I just have an earbud to hear videos and stuff that I may be watching on my computer. So I don't hear what's going on outside, you know. But the good thing is I do have Lacey. She does alert me to anything going on out there. Yeah. I've seen those stickers everywhere. But I have thought about getting a Ring doorbell camera or something. Something. So, Brian, are you from Scotland too? Yeah, I'd love to see it. I've seen pics. I would love to see Scotland. Yeah. I think that she would. I'm not sure what she would do if anybody was trying to hurt me or trying to break in. I'm not sure. But she's such a lovable, loyal dog. She she loves on everybody she meets. So I don't know. Oh, thank you, Kimmer. You moved your mom into apartment so she would feel safer. Yeah. Well, I am in an apartment above from Brenda Joe owns a house, so and her mom used to live downstairs. Well, her mom passed away. So, I'm the only one in the building now, right? So it's a big, big old home. Probably was a one family household back in the day, right? Renovated long years ago into an apartment upstairs. I don't know what to make of that, Osprey. I mean, I don't know that I want to go to Scotland to visit cemeteries. uh, Lacey is yeah, half golden retriever, half Australian shepherd. If I had to ever do it again, um I wouldn't want Australian I love golden retrievers, right? And she does look like a golden, except she's all black, but her hair is like a golden. Her tail, her face, like everything. She's got the looks of a golden, but she's all black. She's not golden. But she definitely has behaviors of the Australian shepherds and herding dogs, and she herds us everywhere we go, right? She has to, in fact, so much so that if I do get ahead of her, she will almost knock me over to get ahead of me to herd me into the bathroom or wherever. It's really kind of scary now that I'm getting older. Margaret, that's funny. Well, welcome in. We're happy to have you. Yeah, Daniel and Justin, what do we call them? Unstable mama's boys. Unstable mama's boys. I'm from Wisconsin. I was literally born in Chicago, Illinois. My mom was from north central Wisconsin. And when we lived in a suburb of Chicago until I was in 7th grade, and then my parents moved us up here. It was getting really bad in Chicago. So our parents moved us up here near where my mom was from. So, but I've moved for work. So I've lived in Minnesota. My girls lived in Tennessee for a while, so I moved down there to be near them. And then back here again. So due to the history, I have some ancestors from Scotland as well. I just think, to tour the countryside, the pubs and stuff, I think it'd just be so much fun. Lacey will be 12 years old on August 29th. Yeah. It is funny until she's almost knocks me over. Then it's not so funny because I have to grab the walls or whatever to make sure I don't fall. You went camping in Chicago. Where did you go camping in Chicago? I didn't even know they had campgrounds, but yes, yeah, I would believe that everything you had outside was stolen. I couldn't believe that 100%. Yeah. Billy Connolly. He talked so fast you couldn't understand. Yeah, the castles, the mountains. I'd love to see them. A hard time understanding a thick Glasgow content. Um, there's a couple of guys. I think the one guy's name is Ryan. There's another guy on I don't know, are they on TikTok? Or I don't know where they're at, but I see it on Facebook all the time. I love listening to them. Yeah, they do talk fast. It's kind of funny. And that they say that, and people from the South and the States think that those of us in the North talk too fast. I remember the first summer that my daughter brought, who is now my son-in-law, home, but he was her boyfriend at the time. And I was excited to meet him and didn't even think anything of it. He was from Georgia, right? And I said something to him and he goes, "What?" And my daughter said, "Mom, slow down." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I didn't think I was talking fast, but evidently I was. After a few pints, it didn't matter what was said. That's funny. They never even cleaned it. They have forest preserves, but to my knowledge, I don't think there's camping there, but they might have just campgrounds out on, I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen them, but they have forest preserves that we used to go to um to have like picnics for the day. We'd get, mom and dad would get all the friends and relatives and stuff together, and we'd go to the forest preserves to have our picnic. It's like a big thing, big deal, right? Bring our charcoal grills and go to the forest preserves because, it was the nearest thing you could get to the country, It was weird. Pints, wine, yeah. Whiskey. Don't they drink a lot of whiskey in Scotland? Isn't that the Sassenach whiskey? Oh, Chicago definitely is a city with a lot of crime, no doubt, and there could be. I've just never seen them. Maybe on the edge of the city or something, they had campgrounds. It's very possible. I met someone from Ireland. The jokes were crazy. It didn't matter what you said. They had to come back. That's another place I'd like to visit as well. Ireland and Scotland, those two areas. I don't know that I'll ever get there, but Scotch. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like whiskey either, Lori. I never have been a whiskey drinker, but that's what I don't watch Outlander, right? And they always drinking whiskey. Scotch on the rocks. UK has the best banter. Yeah. My drinking days are long over. With Meniere's disease, alcohol narrows the blood vessels and I get dizzy. So then I get sick right away. So it's no fun for me. Me 3. Interesting. So those of you from Scotland, where's the best place to visit? Okay, I keep seeing you guys say this. What are newfies? I know I'm dumb, but what are newfies? I can't banter under pressure. I suffer from performance anxiety. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm an introvert. What are newfies, guys? Tell me. I need to know. From Newfoundland, however you say that. Okay. And how do you hi, Mr. Hemi. How do you say that? Is it Newfoundland or Newfoundland? How do you say that? It's the name of the people from Newfoundland. Gotcha. Okay. So they call them Newfies. I would love that. Just had to look each other and burst into laughter. That's funny. That is so funny. Newfoundland. Gotcha. Awesome. I thought that's how you said it, but I wanted to make sure. That's kind of like my husband was a trucker and we were going through Worcester, Maine, but it's spelt like Worcestershire, right? And Worcestershire, that's how it's spelled. And I said, "So how did they say it?" He said, "Worcester." I said, "That's so weird." Because it's, you know, because I grew up talking about Worcestershire sauce, right? But it's Worcester. Just weird. What is the screech? Newfoundland is how we say it in the Maritimes. What's your sister sauce? I've never heard that one. Funny. It's a booze. Oh, screech is a booze. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want it. It sounds like it's pretty bad. It's 100% like moonshine. What? Drippy. I've been screeched in. ceremony where you get an honorary Newfoundlander and get a certificate involves drinking screech moonshine, kissing a cod, and making a pledge. Kissing, you kissed a fish. Oh my gosh. Nova Scotianers are called blue nosers because of the sailboat. Wow. Worcestershire. It's Worcester. They will tell you that in Maine. It's Worcester. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. You have to kiss a cod, but if there are none available, kissing a puffin. Oh my God. You got to be drunk to do that. I believe you, Drippy, but there's no way I could do it. No way. Because I'd have to get myself drunk just to be able to do that. And when I get drunk, I get sick. So the mummers is pretty unique. Wow. I love hearing different cultures stuff. It's fun. It's just fun. I love hearing about different cultures and things that happen. That's why I said I think the best way you can figure out a culture is to go into a pub in a in a different country. You can find out everything you need to know, right? Like I don't think I could. It's a hard life on the rock, so you have to have fun. Yeah. I could see that. I definitely could see that, right? Yeah. It's a tradition. You'd be peer pressured into it. Mummers are scary looking, but in reality, fun tradition. I mean, it'd be fun watching others do it, but I don't think I could. Two boys at the bus stop asked the bus driver, "Does he pass Tesco's?" The driver said yes. The boy said to the driver, "Can you pick me up a loaf and a pint of milk?" Everyone on the bus was howling. I'm lost, Lori. Sorry, I'm lost. Does he pass Tesco's? Do you have a misspelled word in there or something? Because I'm just not following you. Noofies would charm you into kissing the cod. If I was tipsy, it might charm me into kissing the cod. But there better be cod, because I don't think I could kiss the puffer between the legs. I'm sorry. The puffin. Oh my gosh. Tesco's is a grocery store chain. Gotcha. I got it now. They have a town called Dildo there. Jimmy Kimmel made fun of it, so they put up a Hollywood type sign, but named it Dildo due to their newfound fame. That's funny. Yeah, that would be a weird name. Where do you live? Dildo. That's funny. So have you guys heard any? I haven't even listened to anything about Jack and Lily. Did you guys hear any news on Jack and Lily at all? Fill me in. Yeah, we like to have fun in here, Bonnie. Oh, that's a weird place names in Newfoundland. Some men wear kilts there. That's funny. Isn't it cold there? Or do you guys get summer? You must get summer. Do they wear kilts in the winter? Oh, gotcha. Just Daniel being Daniel again. So they did go back and ask them to take additional polygraph tests, but then said, never mind, they didn't need them to do it. The SUV was taken in by the RCMP. They still have it. That's interesting, guys. That's really interesting. They have a this street, that street, and the other street. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do they wear kilts in the wintertime? Allegedly, Malaya refused to take another polygraph. Well, I mean, she doesn't have to. No, he's changed his opinion, huh? So Daniel's now saying he doesn't think Malaya did anything to the kids or was involved. Don't know. Don't know. I think the case is going cold. When did they take in the SUV? Hmm. You still protecting her? Yeah, I agree. You can't trust anything he says. He says. First, he's saying that, she had him taken away. He put that out through Durwood, right? And then, oh, Durwood. We forgot Durwood today. Where are we at for our likes? We're at 16 likes. If we can get up to 20, I will play our video. Mike has done another video on Malaya. I saw that. We might do that tomorrow. Yeah, Daniel, I just do not trust him at all. At all. That's what I was saying, Kimmer. Did they just take the SUV in now? Because, come on, right? Or they are protecting each other. Meanwhile, I think the Cheryl character is getting more and more involved because it works out so well when others insert themselves into the case. It's all distractions, guys. When you get the time, look up Me and My Brother Bill by Nick Nolan, and then you'll understand Newfoundlander. Okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously, Malaya felt that she needed somebody out there defending her, so in pops Cheryl, right? Because Durwood didn't, and in my opinion, we need to look at Janie's brother. She brought him in with that 8:48 a.m. phone call. For some reason, they all live right around there, right? Daniel had a lot of slippage chatting with us referencing water. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to think there. I just my thought is that I don't want to have any problems with another creator, Lori, if you get my drift. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Oh, still need 4 likes, guys. That's all right, Lori. No problem. But yeah, when it comes to other creators inserting themselves, guys, I think it's a big mistake, right? Yeah. I agree. I agree. Um, when you know that there's drugs involved, right? Um, no matter what they want to say, it's obvious, right? It's so obvious, it's sickening. And yes, I understand he probably has makeup on the after picture, but you still can look at the fullness of his face compared to the picture when the kids went missing, right? Obvious drugs are being used there. Yeah, Drippy. I think that being very, very careful. That's why here we kind of stick to ourselves. I don't like to, and it's not because I don't like other creators. That's not why we don't talk about them. Um, I just, after Sebastian's case, the way everything hit the fan with that case, um, I I realized that whenever creators get involved with family, even though you're trying to do a good thing, you're trying to get them to talk, it causes chaos. They just need to be talking to mainstream media to get the face of their missing loved one out there and ask people's help to bring them home. Um, and then they need to be quiet. We listen because we want to know what's going on. We try to get the facts. We try to surmise what happened. But yeah, we kind of stick to ourselves because it's scary, right? And I don't want to have any kind of run in with any other creator ever. It's just, that's not my heart. So it's better to just stay away. Having people put themselves in searches, funeral. Yeah. Yes. They go to funerals. Yes, they do. Absolutely do. Perfect example, the Summer Walls case was a complete circus. Yes. Summer got lost in that. Yep. And Summer's case, Sebastian got lost in that. If it weren't for Seth, Sebastian's case would be done for, right? Yeah, I agree. People making threats, yes. Well, and very, you know, again, Sebastian's case, and I don't mean to harp on it, but there were people out there searching that were getting their tires slashed, their serpentine belts cut. I watched it. I watched it online. I watched a creator go out there. He was searching. He was pounding the pavement. He was searching. He was with divers and everything else. They got back to the car for a break, and his serpentine belt was cut. Right. So I've seen it happen. Others have said they had slashed tires. I've seen it happen. Why? And when, what was very disturbing to me is that the people in the chats on the obstacle channels were being just horrible and hateful, right? And I thought, wow, how can people be that way? It was just really sad to me. I couldn't watch it, didn't understand it, and I agree. I agree, right? Um, a clear example of that is during Brian Koberger's hearing, where they were giving their victim impact statements. The mother of Kaylee Gonzalez got a death threat right while she was in court. That's sad. Yeah, Osprey, I don't want to explore that, unfortunately. The only thing I will say is that I pray that anyone that is involved in trying to insert themselves into the case has good motives. That's all I can say. When you're thinking of why people do what they do, right? What is their end game? What's their end game? What's their goal? When we watched the video of Wade, right? I will talk about this Osprey, okay? We watched a video of Wade. It was all about the creator wanted to insert himself into Malaya's family because he believed Durwood's synopsis that the kids were taken by Malaya. And that seems to be the end game. So my opinion is that he's barking up the wrong tree because those kids aren't alive, in my opinion. I don't believe it. I hate saying that. I wish they were. In fact, I hope they are, but I just have a hard time believing that those children are still with us, that those babies are still with us. I believe something happened and they're no longer on this earth, in my opinion, which breaks my heart. So I think he's barking up the wrong tree, in my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they are alive somewhere. Yeah. He sure did. He sure did. But here, I think most of us, right from the get-go, Ginger, tell me if I'm wrong, because maybe I'm thinking about it wrong, Ginger, Lori. I don't think most of us believed him here. Osprey, Brian, guys, I don't think we believed him. We listened to him. We listened to everything he had to say, but I don't think any of us here believed him. And that's why we gave him the name Bewitched from the get-go, because I think what I got the impression from him, he's taking Daniel's side and backing up Durwood's version. Both Daniel and that guy were in the same chat. Yeah. Another distraction put in place by Daniel. I mean, I'm just saying, but I think the thing that Drippy, that tipped us off here at Granny's Crime Busters about Durwood is the fact that he comes out, he says his name's Derwood O'Grady. Then he finally admits that he's Darren Geddes. And when we pieced it together here, you know, us, we're jokesters. We just like to have fun here. Right away, we thought of Bewitched, right? Because Samantha the witch married Darren. Her mother and Dora called him Derwood. And so we call him Bewitched. Exactly. The parents never asked for their safe return, just chilling, getting on with their lives. Yep. Yep. Osprey. Yeah, I think we did want to believe the children were alive somewhere, but I think that we all knew that they weren't on the reservation. It is odd that it's all about families slinging mud at each other instead of putting out good information about Jack and Lily. Yeah. Exactly. That's what happened in Sebastian's case. I think it was too. I think it was too. So we just ran with it. We just ran with it. Just decided to run with it. Coming up with different names. And that, you know, that's what's really sad is I don't understand when you're looking at, you know, Summer Wells, you're looking at Jack and Lily, Sebastian. Why aren't these parents, if they didn't want their child anymore, there's plenty of people out there that would have taken them. They're also inbred over there. I think the parents were lying right out of the gate, but I didn't know if it was because they unalived them or feared CPS judgment. I'm thinking a little of this and a little of that. Yeah. That's a possibility. Multiple adults behaving badly. Jack and Lily deserve so much better. Absolutely, they do. They really do. Language from Daniel in an early interview. I don't know why anyone would want to take them, but they're easy to take. Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, if you got somebody dissing you constantly, at some point you're going to want to try to defend yourself, even if you shouldn't. I think that's what's happening with Malaya. You're 40 kilometers from Lansdowne. Gotcha. I don't know. It's just sad. Really sad. We're at 18 likes, guys. Need to get up to 20. Yeah, that is really telling that they're easy to take. Bottom line is, Daniel, I agree with what Mike said, that Daniel does what his mommy wants him to do, and he thinks like his mommy. So if mommy didn't like the kids, guys, the way that she said, how did she say it? Jackie, come on, Jackie, come on, Jack. Right? Just the way that she said that, you could tell she didn't like those kids. And she said, I heard that all the time. My trailer's right there. Just the way that she said, mimicked like Lily saying that. I could tell she couldn't stand those children. And so I believe Daniel didn't like them either because of that. That's probably all he heard from his mother. Right? O'Brien, you're in Churl. Gotcha. So you were familiar with Dylan's case probably, huh? And the thing that they now several people have said, Belinda said that Jackie was more serious. And was it Janie that said he wouldn't smile, he'd just dig in and, makes me wonder, how was he treated? That oh, come on, he's 4 years old. What 4-year-old little boy doesn't smile, guys? Something's wrong there. Janie wanted, you know what Janie and Daniel wanted? Malaya and the kids gone and Meadow to stay. That's what they wanted. Yeah. She couldn't even, she couldn't. Her tone of voice said it all, right? Her tone of voice said it all. And you could tell that she did not like the fact that Malaya would not let her have Meadow if Malaya was around. Seriously, I mean, when I was young, if I had a mother-in-law like that, I probably wouldn't let my baby around her either. But here's the difference. I wouldn't have let my other 2 children around her either. But yeah, she was something else. Just crazy. We're at 20, so here we go. We'll play our video. Oh, Durwood.
Durwood's got a swagger, a wild little flair. Struts like a model, doesn't even care. Too sexy for his chair. Yeah, he's floating on air. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, he don't care. White girls bouncing, he's a walking affair. Oh, Durwood, you're too sexy for your chair. His reflection winks back, yeah, it knows the deal. Every step he takes, it's a catwalk reel. The world can't handle, oh, the way he feels. He's got that vibe, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, stop and stare. White girl shining, he's beyond compare. Oh, Durwood, you're too sexy for your chair. He's got that vibe, oh, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for his chair, too sexy, stop and stare. White girls shining, he's beyond compare. Oh, Durwood, you're too sexy for your chair. He dances through the kitchen, spins in the hall. Even his shadow's having a ball. That chair's jealous, can't compete at all.
Too sexy. Not. So Osprey, before we started playing, we're talking about Jack, one that has learned not to smile, one that's been beaten down, had work boots thrown at him. Yeah. That's what I said. It's very rare for a 4-year-old boy not to smile. Right? Very rare. And the kids love school. No wonder. Actual structure and care. Yes. Yes. And yeah, didn't overpower Malaya or Cindy. She thought Malaya would hand over Meadow. Yeah. Yeah. She was trying to get her way, wasn't she? That's what I think. That's what I think. Well, I don't know if he heard. Well, I'm not sure because since he came in here and he was so mean to everybody, we blocked him here. So I don't know. He'd probably love it and think it was, made him popular or something. It's really tragic. The Three Stooges can't get their stories straight, immersed in their own lives to love, care for Lily and Jack to do that. I agree. They can't tell the same story twice in a row. Seriously, they cannot. They change it every single time. It's really sad. Hello, JDR. Good to see you. It's really sad. And yeah, I mean, I know that RCMP has a lot of work. They said they had 800 tasks in the last update. And those tasks, guys, just to make you aware, those tasks can turn into more tasks. Because if they follow a lead, and that lead branches out into other things, they have to follow those. So, hello, Anne Elizabeth. Good to see you. Yes. Liars have a bad memory. 1000% ironclad. Yeah, it's always the kids, the babies who suffer for the adults. There's only one place I saw Durwood still visiting, and it is a Facebook group I'm subscribed to, but can't really stomach going in much. It's so toxic. Gotcha. Is that the uncensored one, Drippy? I don't go in there much either, and I haven't seen Durwood in there. Did you see Mike's second to the latest video about what Daniel said about the muddy water and how internet is like the sea, the lies only float to the surface? No, I didn't see that. I did see a more recent one. Gotcha. I guess, Drippy, I haven't paid much attention because I don't go in there much. It is gross. It is icky. The only time that I go in there, Drippy, is to get the media off of there. Other than that, I don't like to. Maybe Daniel thinks, Durwood has a song. Daniel doesn't. Or does Daniel? Has somebody else made a song for Daniel? They have. I haven't listened to it. Their CMP in Nova Scotia doesn't have a great track record. That's not good. That's not good. So let me see here. I'll show you the one that I watched recently of Mike Demands. Okay, let me get this off of here. Babies. Share my screen with you.
Don't speak.
Did you get it? The title is How Can You Control Your Own Language? And I'll play it again. It's only like 3 seconds long, guys.
Don't speak.
That's the one I've watched recently. Yeah, I don't want to make a song for him. He's not song worthy. The way to control your own language is to be quiet, in other words. I have I've seen picture and I don't know, something that they said recently made me think, no, that's not Daniel. I don't remember what it was. I'd have to find it again. Although I think Gordon Lightfoot could do a song about Daniel's deceit. Oh, Danny boy, what's calling? The lies are mounting. Oh no, I just made a song. Oh, Danny boy, the lies, they're mounting. Oh my gosh. That's funny. I'm right there with you, Drippy. It's like when Sebastian's case is done, I never want to hear about the Proudfeet again. Especially Chris Proudfoot. Ugh. Right? All right. So I was thinking about all the crime in Tennessee today when I found this one. If violent crime is to be curbed, it is only the intended victim that can do it. The felon does not fear the police, and he fears neither judge nor jury. Therefore, what he must be taught to fear is his victim. Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Cooper from the USMC said that. The thing is, many of our victims are children, right? So hello, Shauna. You called him out. Did he admit to it? Oh, okay. Interesting. I'll have to pay more attention, but there was something that Pictu said in Facebook group recently that made me think that he wasn't Daniel for some reason. But anyway, with this grannyism today, I was thinking about Brian Koberger. Right. He wasn't he didn't care about the judge. He didn't care about, he just didn't want the death penalty. And during the victim impact statements, if you watch behavior analysis, Scott Roos and others, they all said that he was getting excitable when, like, Dylan was speaking and she was crying. He loved that. He loved anything that had to do with people fearing him, right? But when Olivia, well, all of the Gonzalez family got up there, he was angry. And the fact that Olivia actually, she said, I stalked the stalker. She found out everything she could about him. He had said he had visual snow and so when she was talking to him, it had to have been clear to him that she had found out everything she could about him, right? So he was the one being stalked when she spoke to him. And the way that she ended it was, if you had not come in the middle of the night when they were asleep, Kaylee would have kicked your you know what. So Shauna, we don't talk about other creators in here. I suspected Picto was a particular creator I won't name, but now not sure. That is a lot of time investment. Yes, it is. Because listen, guys, I mean, in order to put together a live for you guys or any kind of video, it's a lot of time. Not to, you're doing the YouTubes, you're getting pictures together, you're getting together videos that you're going to show. You got to watch these videos in order to figure out, what you're going to show, that kind of thing. So, it really, that's a lot of time involved. So then to try to be a troll and to watch what's going on, I mean, I had very little time. I was trying to do that, especially I do it here as well. But especially like in Sebastian's case, I tried to keep track of every little thing that was going on, and trying to be, to troll is difficult, very difficult. Yeah, it's possible he can be using other names. Right. Sometimes, I mean, I don't use an alias. I just sit in the bushes. Little ones are the most vulnerable. Yes, they are. You don't have anything but time. You sit here and listen to the, yeah. Shauna, for your mental health, I wouldn't listen to it if it bothers you that badly. I mean, I had to learn to stay out of the we called them obstacle channels. Even though I wanted to know what was being said and what was going on, so that it's not something I just wanted to be aware in case somebody brought something up in chat, right? And I do the same here, but if things are getting to me, I just pull away. Right. I just pull away and I stop listening to those channels because it's too hard. Life's too short. Gotcha. And we all have our own opinions. It is just sad. It is just sad. I'm sorry, that happened to you. No, 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 no. We will never tell you to go. You're always welcome here. We just don't talk about other creators for that reason. I don't want to get into any kind of altercation with any creators because I said something about them that they may not like or something, right? I just don't want that, So we just don't talk about other creators in here and other channels. So yes. Everybody needs a break once in a while. Guys, you see it, I take a break. You know, it just you have to. So, all right. Well, guys, that's all I really had left for you today. Let's keep all these, for one thing, keep it in your prayers that Austin Drummond is found. He needs to be found off the streets, right? And, keep these, Sebastian, all these cases, in our thoughts and prayers because, Sebastian needs to be home. Summer Wells, my goodness. I know at night thought that she was possibly trafficked. So I don't know, right? But I hope you guys all have a great night and we will see you tomorrow night. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at granniescrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.